Well, today we're with Judy Knight, a Ryoka member. Good afternoon, Judy.
Hi.
Hi. I met Judy because Judy had massive problems with her solar company, and Black Hills Energy sent her to us to try to help her. So thank you for doing this today with us, Judy, to help somebody else avoid some of the problems you had.
First,
I hope so too. First, what kind of tax credit did the contractor tell you to expect?
well, the way it was explained to me was a rebate, 30% of the cost of the solar, and I would get that back at the end of tax season, and that didn't work out that way. They told me my payments would be $144 a month, but they didn't tell me that I would have to take that money and turn around and put it on the loan. But I couldn't get that money anyway because I don't owe that amount to be able to get the tax credit. So I got nothing.
Okay, and this is a problem with many companies. They tell you, you assume you're going to get the tax credit, but they called it a tax
Rebate.
Okay, so misinformation.
Yes.
Would you have gone solar if you were not going to receive that tax credit?
Well, no, because they told me my payments would be $144 a month. Without that tax credit, my payments are actually going to be over $200 a month. So, probably not.
Before you started your project, I know you told me you asked if your house was okay the way it was for solar installation. And did that turn out to be the case?
No. My breaker box was not correct. Cost me $200 to get that fixed. They told me I would have to move the meter outside at a cost of $2,500. And I refused to do it because they told me it was okay. Well, Black Hills got involved in it and found somebody that would do it for $1,500, and then the solar company said they would pay half. So I agreed to do it. So it cost me $1,500 to move it, and I eventually got half of it back.
But that took quite a while from what I remember.
Took quite a while. That's where the meter used to be, and they said it couldn't be in this room because it was enclosed, but the room was here when I bought the house 33 years ago. Mark Eastland from Black Hills got involved in the moving of the meter inside, and so the meter that was in that room we were just in is now this meter right here.
So what happened when they installed the solar meter?
Well, they installed it behind some bushes that I had out there, and when the inspector came, he said that the bushes would have to come down.
Okay, so what other billing issues did you have with this company?
Well, it took 7 months for the solar to actually be set up and running, and in that amount of time I was paying interest to the finance company and paying my solar bills, my bills to Black Hills Energy. So I was basically double paying bills for 7 months. Well, they told me they would pay back the first 6 months of payments to the finance company. And they weren't doing it. And then I got put in contact with you, and you got involved, and I did get back that money.
So what impressed me, Judy, as we were going back and forth with your solar company, it impressed me that you had all your emails, you had all the proof of all these things we've discussed today had happened to you. So what advice would you give to someone that was going to install solar?
Well, I would say check out probably at least 3 different companies and really talk to them and find out what their price is, what you're going to get. Get everything in writing, because I did get everything in writing. And then you can decide if you want to do it or not, because what I was told didn't end up being the right.
Now, you mentioned to me that a neighbor asked you about going solar, and what did you advise your neighbor?
I told him, if you're really seriously thinking about going solar, to do it locally. Find somebody here in Pueblo.
Oh, you did not use a local installer?
No, the people I went through were from out of state even.
Okay, and they had no local presence?
No.
What about the misinformation about the tax credit? What would you advise people to do about that when they're told?
I would say go to an accountant and find out if you're really going to be able to get that tax credit, because I just took their word for it. I didn't realize it was going to be a tax credit and that I was not going to be eligible for it because I didn't owe that kind of money.
Exactly. That's perfect. Well, Judy, thank you so much. I'm really hoping that I'm sorry for what's happened to you, but I'm hoping that those things will help someone else.
I hope so.